everybody, it's Mary Grace Wallace. I'm at Lakeview Cemetery in Cheyenne, Wyoming, just about 2.5 miles outside of downtown center in Cheyenne. Guys, I'm really excited to bring this story to you, and it's about a stagecoach driver, and it's exciting, and it was in the newspapers. It's about Johnny Slaughter. Johnny Slaughter was the son of the city marshal here in Cheyenne. It also has to do with Deadwood, South Dakota, and it has to do with Buffalo Bill. This is a really cool story. Wait till I tell you about this. He drove the Black Hills Stagecoach from Cheyenne to Deadwood, South Dakota. The stagecoach was bound north, so it was heading to Deadwood. It was about 2.5 miles from Deadwood. As the coach was heading down Whitewood Canyon, 5 masked men. Let me back up and let me just tell you something. The trek from Cheyenne to Deadwood is a 300-mile drive. It takes about 50 hours from Cheyenne to Deadwood. There was 5 masked men walking along the stage, and suddenly they wheeled up and ordered the driver, Johnny Slaughter, to stop. Johnny stopped and they commenced fire on the stagecoach. On the first fire, the driver, Johnny, he was killed, and there was Walker Eiler, who was sitting next to Johnny. He was also wounded. The horses suddenly took off and ran. There was passengers on the stagecoach, and when the horses took off and ran, Johnny fell off the stagecoach, Walker fell off the stagecoach, and one of the passengers fell off the stagecoach. So the stagecoach didn't stop. It kept going all the way to Deadwood. It didn't stop until it got to Deadwood. So 3 people have fallen off. None of the passengers were hurt. Johnny was left dead on the road, and Walker was shot on the arm. A party was sent out right away to look for Johnny and to look for Walker. When they found Johnny, Johnny had a charge of buckshot in his chest. All the robbers got away, and the sheriff had put out a $500 reward for the robbers, dead or alive. Johnny was the son of the city marshal here in Cheyenne. I also want you to know that the robbers got nothing out of this deal. They shot Johnny, they hurt Walker, and there was no booty for them. There was nothing for them to gain from this. And you can read all of this actually in the Cheyenne Daily Sun. It was dated the 1st of April, 1877. There was also a beautiful tribute to Johnny Slaughter in that paper. His body was taken to Deadwood, prepared, and then by hearse it was taken back here, driven by 6 white horses all the way back here to Cheyenne, and then he's buried here behind me at Lakeview Cemetery. The circumstances of his death were really sad, and this whole community mourned, including his family. I'm going to show you Johnny's headstone. It's actually made of marble, but it then looks like sandstone, kind of, because as I talked to one of the cemetery workers here, because of the weather here, it's so dry that it ends up looking sort of like sandstone. His gravestone says, Johnny Slaughter, stagecoach driver, was killed by road agents near Deadwood, South Dakota, March 25th, 1877. I also wanted you to know that that same Deadwood stagecoach was driven by Calamity Jane. And you saw that we did a video on Calamity Jane earlier in Deadwood, South Dakota. That same Deadwood stagecoach was driven so many miles by so many infamous people, and it was robbed several times. I could do a story in itself on the Deadwood stagecoach. But that Deadwood stagecoach was eventually seen by Buffalo Bill sitting on the side of the road after it had been robbed at some point, and Buffalo Bill used it in his shows. That stagecoach is now sitting in the Smithsonian. So if you want to see the Deadwood stagecoach where Johnny Slaughter was killed, you could see it at the Smithsonian. So that would be an interesting thing to see. Johnny is joined next door by his wife, Emmeline, wife of Johnny Slaughter. She died April 29th, 1877. She was about 54 years. So anyway, that's all I have for you on Johnny Slaughter. Family tree nuts. Let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree.
Like what you see? Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you get notifications as to when we post new videos. And you can find out more about us and contact us at familytreenuts.org.